So, welcome to the presentation about doing doTERRA as a business. Whether you're in a professional wellness capacity and you want to add doTERRA onto your existing business, or you want to do some sort of side hustle, or you want to completely replace your income that you're currently doing right now, then this is the presentation for you, and hopefully it will fill some of the gaps in your knowledge about what doTERRA looks like as a business opportunity. So I'm just going to share my presentation with you, and we'll go from there. Okay, lovely. So a little bit about the business we're going to learn about. Um, exploring the benefits of working with doTERRA, what they're like as a company. And if you didn't know already, they're the world's largest, most reputable essential oil brand. We're going to learn about the uniqueness, what sets doTERRA apart from the rest of the industry, and the earning potential, but also the residual income stream with this opportunity. It's not just a get rich quick thing, it's something that's sustainable and steady and long term. We're also going to look at the simplicity of the business as well, and how it can be a really straightforward thing, and looking at a bit about advantages of network marketing as a business model. So as we said, doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. It's the most tested, most trusted, and most potent and pure. Over 60 tests are done on every bottle, the most in the industry, and it's used globally by medical professionals. The company itself have the Co-Impact Sourcing and Healing Hands Foundation as part of their ethical way of getting the oils from the growers straight to the bottle, and the community and everybody benefits from doTERRA, from these gifts of the earth. Hospitals are created, and schools, and it's just they just really raise everyone up when they create these communities with let's say the plants grown in that area, and maybe the community, the economy is not so good, then they can really make a difference in people's lives as well, and put food on the table as well. So it's a lovely company to work for, and really lovely ethical sort of mentality. Just a little bit about purity. A lot of essential oil companies claim to be pure but are not, and some even claim to be, just like doTERRA, at a fraction of the price. And if you do find any of those and you're really concerned, we do have all the testing and things like that. We have all the court cases and things like that people have been claiming stuff, and so much third-party testing involved, then you can be confident that doTERRA, or that we don't need to compare ourselves with any other essential oil company if we know that we have the best oils. Everyone else can carry on as they are. It's just when they start to claim that they are the same, that's when they have to do something about it. So a lot of essential oils contain synthetic fillers. Even if they are 100% pure and you think they're the best, even then they contain markers. They'll have added in like extra linalool to the lavender oil to boost it, and it will be from all different places, so it won't be from that source as well. So we can be confident that doTERRA is the purest around. And we know that because the Aromatic Plant Research Centre, they test oils from over 50 different companies. They did in this particular case, and 95% of the market they found were selling adulterated oils. So it's quite shocking, isn't it? And like it said, that quote, "To get pure essential oils, we run them through tests. With our definitive way of testing essential oil purity, we've set a standard, like a gold standard for testing in the industry." So we really know that this stringent third-party testing, we can really put our name to it. And also at the bottom of every bottle, I missed that out there, is a batch code which you can type in to source to you, and you can see exactly the chromatography and all the different testing that your bottle's gone through to show you the purity. There's not a lot of places that will do that, so that is pretty unique, isn't it? So let's talk about, we know about the oils. We know they're a brilliant essential oil company, and we provide the best oils that we have experienced on the earth. And because of that, if they have high standards with oils, they also have incredibly high standards with what they put in the supplements and the other personal care and wellness products. So we can be confident that if we're using the best essential oils, then the supplements, they don't compromise on quality. Some things may be out of stock because they do not do any replacements or anything. It's just the standard for the whole food bioavailable supplements, the sourcing that's going through. There's no GMOs, there's no, it's just beautiful stuff, and all the personal care products don't contain any of the toxins that we see. And obviously, if you're interested in finding out more about each of these things, then there's classes for each one that we can send you, so you can find out just how wonderful these other products are. So thinking of it as a business model, you've got essential oils, and you've also got supplements, personal care, and we've also got the Meta Power, and that's the most recent blend, which is the metabolic collection, including things to help with blood sugar regulation and helping with our metabolism, and also collagen to help support healthy joints and skin elasticity. So it's not just an essential oil business. So if somebody, let's say, you can say, oh, what do you do for a living? This is probably the worst thing to say. I sell essential oils. You could say I educate people, or I'm in the wellness industry, but it's not just essential oils. So some people think, oh, it's snake oils, I'm not interested in essential oils. I would say that even if somebody's not into essential oils, for example, some of my family are not, but they absolutely love these products here because they know they are clean and there's no toxins in, and they're always trying to find a clean product for sun care, skin care, and all that sort of thing. So we don't need to be blinkered just on selling or introducing or sharing essential oils. There's so much more out there. Some people just get the supplements and not bother with the oils. It's fine. So it's sometimes it's a women's market, but actually men are interested in things like the deep blue and the supplements and the turmeric for supporting their own health as well. So just to expand our opportunity with doTERRA, it's not just about oils. And what's good about it is we get a true residual income from doTERRA. There are no limits on what we can earn, and we have the freedom to choose our schedule, and we can decide how much we do and how little we do. And what's amazing is that doTERRA has a record-breaking retention rate of 65%, and that just means that the people keep coming back for more, and they're regular consumers of the products. And the average in the industry is 13% retention. So we've got a really strong brand, really strong customer service reputation, that if anything's wrong with a delivery, a product or anything, it's a straightforward replacement. But not only that, if you've ever experienced doTERRA customer service, you'll know that they do all they can and more to make sure that you come off that phone happy. So that's wonderful that we don't have to deal with problems. We can just say, ring them, within 2 minutes your problem will be sorted. And if they can't, then they'll make sure it's passed on to someone else. So that's what I love about doTERRA. As a network marketing model, we don't have to pay anyone's wages, because if there's people that join us on our team, they pay it for them. They pay the commission. They're their own person, and we don't have to hold stock, because it's all fulfilled in the UK anyway, at the fulfillment centre in Milton Keynes, and dispatched throughout the UK. And then wherever they are in the world, there'll be a dispatch depot there, and so we don't need to worry about delivery. We don't need to worry about sort of paying someone's wages, and customer service sort out our problems for us. So that's wonderful. All we need to do is look at sharing our love of these products to people, and that's our job. When we think of a traditional 9-to-5 job, maybe you've had your own business, or you've been self-employed or you've worked for somebody, employment, you tend to trade at pounds for hours when you're in a job, don't you? And you go home and that's it. In a business, if you've had your own business, I know I have, and you kind of do everything. You're the PR, you're the HR, you're the customer service, you're on the ground, you do everything. So what's nice about doTERRA is once you start the ball rolling, that income is residual. So even if you have, and we've had this 3 months off, it still comes in because you've already planted those seeds, and then people are there, and they've got a great retention rate. So that's a real benefit of this company. So how does it work as a business model? So whether it's the essential oils or the products that we want to share, our first, I would say, this is what I call myself an educator of these products, is our education, whether it's through social media, classes, just sharing naturally, in person, one-to-ones. We educate people on the value of these products and how it can make a difference in their lives, whether it's for health problems, emotional support, or just having a beautiful, high quality product in their home. And then once they've educated to the point that they're, ready to roll, then we can enroll them. And enrollment is the key to the business, really. Rather than selling 1 or 2 oils, obviously that can happen, and that's fine. But it doesn't really showcase the whole community that doTERRA have with the education afterwards and the support. So the enrollment is key to the business, and if we can enroll somebody with a kit or a few oils and support them, then that really is the key to the business, the support side. And then we provide that education, and we really empower them to be confident to use the oils. That's the key to it all. Some people just stop here. We've had it, people flash in the pans, we call it, 100 enrollments, and then they're gone. The next month you don't see them. They've like got the quick cash, which is the fast start money, and not bothered following them up. And it's just such a waste of energy, because we're all for the long-term support and residual relationships as well as income. So as part of our community, you get so much support to help with when you've enrolled someone. We have newsletters, we have WhatsApp groups, and we have monthly customer Zooms where we deep dive into a certain product, and we look at various aspects of what's in the doTERRA shop, and some self-care and wellness related things, just to help keep them interested, and just to keep educating them on the different ways to use the oils, as well as some of the rarer oils that we don't talk about. So we have that monthly. So that's inviting to anyone in the community here through us that we can do, and that's free of charge if you're an account holder. We also have loads of online resources that we can use, graphics and booklets that we can educate people with. And as part of our business community, we have like our team trainings once a month, and we have one with our upline once a month, and we also hold weekly power hours, which is lovely, where we all get together and work on our own business, but also help each other. Aside from that, we also have 2 courses that people can go on, more than 2 courses, but the Oil Beginnings and Oil Camp is an online facility that people can, if they've enrolled, we can send them on this, and they can start to really get comfortable using the oils. We've now just done a YouTube video about how to get started. So as soon as somebody's enrolled, we can send them the YouTube video of, I have my oils now, what, and then they're on the way already. So it's all this sort of back work's been done for us, and all we need to do is sort of get into a bit of a plan of the journey, really, write down the customer journey, what does it look like, and that's how we support them. So obviously we can do a one-to-one with them, and that would be really beneficial, because we can start to connect with them and get that relationship building as well, which is important. doTERRA provides us with so many resources aside from our team. This is our sort of personal team, but outside of that, we've got the doTERRA training website, which covers Meta Power, the safety course, which anyone can do, if you're looking at doing it as a business and you want to be more, what should we say, proficient with how your knowledge of essential oils, and you maybe want to do a more specialist course, then I recommend the specialist certification. There is a cost to that of about £80. You get a certificate at the end, but it goes really deep into the science, how essential oils work in various parts of the body. It also covers the supplements deep as well, a bit of gut health, and chemistry as well. So that would be a good one to do. You'd have to do it straight away, and it's not necessary at all. I would definitely recommend doing the safety course. And then if you wanted to up your knowledge and feel more confident, then I would do the specialist one. I think I waited about 10 months before I did it, but people want to do it straight away, that's absolutely fine. We've also got the business building certification course, which you can just go through the various modules of how to hold a class, how to follow up and things like that. And that can be useful for many. I think that's free of charge. So that's a useful one to do. And then we've got all these guides that can be downloaded, but also bought in your shop, in your office, under product literature and business literature. We usually start with the live guide, which is what customers, we can either send them as a PDF, and that can just help them to start to look at the different products. It's got the wheel, it's got the wellness pyramid, it's got a little calendar of, they can maybe write in their daily routine once they've got the oils, and we can help them to fill that out. And then if we're looking at doing it as a business, then the launch and build guide are handy guides to download. And if you want any of these guides, you just type doTERRA build guide PDF and it'll pop up on Google, any of these. The natural solutions guide is a printable document, but it can be bought on doTERRA's, and it's like a leaflet, and it's quite useful at classes to go through. You basically, if you go through that front page, that's all you need to talk about, and then the 10 oils. That's quite a good handy guide. And then we've got people sometimes say, have you got a catalogue? And we have a product guide which covers all the oils and products and diffusers, and that's more of a thicker catalogue that can be bought as well in paper or online. Yeah, so we've got that. And we've also got, when you do upgrade to a wellness advocate, you will have a link to your own website in your back office, and we can show you that on a one-to-one, how to link it, send a link to people. And what I love about doTERRA is they're constantly changing the website. So now we've got things like, we've got enrollment links, and we've got link generators that we can literally fill someone's basket, send them a link, and then they can enroll themselves with everything that we recommend for them if we're doing a one-to-one. And I think that's only Europe though for now, isn't it, as we learned. So just a bit of a summary of the ways that we can earn money with doTERRA. The first way is retail profit. So whether you are a wellness advocate or a wholesale customer, we all pay the same price. We all pay a wholesale price. And that is sort of 25% cheaper than retail. So if anyone goes online without an account, they would pay that extra. If we have somebody that's interested in getting 1 or 2 oils, we could send them our website shop and they would buy at retail price. That would be like 1 or 2 oils. Obviously that's not the key to the business, and we tend to avoid this way of doing it. But if you're in a situation where you have your own shop or you have your own clinic and you'd like to display a few of the products, then you're very welcome to sell that at retail price and make some out of it as well. If they do end up buying through your shop, then you would get on a weekly basis the difference if you were selling it that way. And like I said, it's not a long term, it's just a quick, just a one-off thing. And generally we want people to get a wholesale account, which is number 2, the fast start bonus. So let's say we've shared our love of the oils and how it's helping us. Somebody wants to get a kit like we did, we would get 20% of the commission value back the week after usually. Each enroller must place a total of 100 PV during that month. So when people ask what's the catch with doTERRA, our standard is we do 100 PV, 100 product value every month on our LRP order, loyalty rewards order. to be able to get commissions. So that's the level 100 PV. And we should always keep 100 PV in our basket, because when the commission run scans through the whole of the wellness advocates, it makes sure it goes through without any blockages. So always keep 100 PV in your template. That is key. I tend to have 2 templates going, just so I don't panic and let one drop. So yeah, let's say we enroll someone and we get 20% back. That's wonderful. If that person starts loving the oils and then they enroll somebody, we get 10% of what they've just received. They'll get 20, we get 10. And then if that person enrolls somebody, we'll get 5%. So it goes 3 levels down on the fast start. The fast start is paid weekly, and it's paid for the first 60 days. So let's say Susan bought a kit off you this month. If she goes on LRP next month, or she just wants some oils on a standard order, you'll still get 20% back for the first 60 days of them being a customer. So it's really important that we support them in that first 60 days. And generally those that are supported mostly go on LRP and start to get a little order going and start to love using the products, and it's making changes for them in their life. So that's the fast start bonus. We tend not to see that as a wage. It is great at first because it gets you a little bit of money towards your oils or towards some bits and pieces. But it's generally like a business bonus, like you can just get your stuff paid for. Where the money comes from, like residual money, is from the Power of 3 bonus. And this is when you've got yourself, you're doing 100 PV. And then as you start to share and enroll, eventually you'll have a few people on your front line. And eventually when you support them, they will probably do 100 PV, or they'll do 50 PV. And so you might have some people here doing 20, 30. It all depends. As your line grows, you're bound to get a few people doing 100 PV, especially if they're getting the supplements regularly as well. At that point, you may want to think about who you want to build under, because if they're a family member, then that would be ideal, or some trustworthy person that you can then build under, and then you can start to build their Power of 3. So they'll get £38. So you'll get £38 just for this front row, and then if you get them 3 doing it, then they'll get their little 38, but you'll get 192. And then eventually, if those 3 do 3 each, then it's 1,155 per month. Just always remember that it's 300s, but it's also a combined team volume. Let's say somebody's done 150 there, 150 there, and 150 there, and you've got 450. If you've done 100, you're up to 550. You still need the team volume to be 600. So if you've got someone here doing a 50 in the middle, then it bumps it up, and it all contributes. As long as you've got your 3 100s, and it doesn't quite get to the 600, if you've got some people that have done an order in between, or you've put an enrollment there, then that bumps the whole volume. So you just got to think of this circle as a team volume, and then they have their own team volume each. Does that all make sense? Okay, so we've got this as a monthly sort of bonus, and then after that, after the 60 days, let's say we've done the fast start, we've got the 20% back for somebody getting a kit, maybe they've done another order, we've got that in that window. After the 60 days, it then moves to a unilevel situation, where depending on if they're on your front line, you'll get 2%, and then that's on level 1, and then level 2 and going down, you will get up to 7% back on the overall volume of your team. So that's another level, and that grows over time. It certainly does grow. It's not the biggest thing straight away, but it will come. As you can see there, we see the purple line there is the fast start bonus. That will continue to stay pretty much the same, because you always get that if you're enrolling. And then Power 3 there can creep up quite steadily, and then the unilevel there, we mentioned those 3. And the last one we haven't mentioned is the leadership bonus. The leadership bonus is paid from Premier onwards. So Premier, you will get a bonus of about £130 a month. Silver, it's sort of double that, triple, and then you just going on and on basically. So yeah, the first sort of rank would be manager, which is 500 OV. Then the next one is director, which is 1,000 overall volume, which is like 1,000 product value or pounds. And then its executive is 2,000, elite is 3,000 overall volume, and then premier is when you need to think of 2 people that you want to build under your first 2 legs. And then it goes from there. And obviously, when you're at that point, we can talk about the rest. So it just gives you an idea of what to work towards and the potential as well. So whether you have 5 hours a week spare or 25 hours, you can just see how far you can go with this. Yeah, that's just a little reminder always to do 100 PV a month there. So a lot of people think that doTERRA, maybe they've never heard of it, and some people say, oh, it's very saturated in my area. If you look at this map of the UK, you can see there that it's 0.06% of people that have an account. It might be up to 7 now since this, but that is just 6 out or 7 out of every 10,000 people that haven't got, have got an account. So there's plenty of potential, and there's plenty to go around, and there's many people that haven't heard at all about doTERRA and all the wonderful products they do. So it is a great time for growth in the UK. They haven't even tapped into it. When we look at Romania, 1 in 5 people have an account, and they're still growing big. So it's like, it's a good time to get involved. And this is just a bit about the community, and every year there's places, there's events that we can go to, there's trainings, and if you do well, there's recognition as well. And this is our lovely team in the UK. We've got Becky Bowles there, who founded it over 10 years ago, and from her, she's a herbalist, and she's just a fountain of knowledge. From her has grown this massive team. The people that you may know, there's a son, Nathan and Becky Bowles, and then under them we've got Daniel and Lindsay, which you may be more familiar with. And then under them we've got Lisa Lomas, and then Sammy should be somewhere, who introduced me to it. This is how far it goes when we keep introducing people. Sammy should be there, and then me. So that's where we're up to. And it's amazing how these things just grow and grow and grow. Yeah. So will you join us is the question. So thank you for listening, and I'll stop sharing and